My beloved, listen carefully because what I am about to tell you will decide how your 2026 feels in your body, not just how it looks on a calendar. If you do not plan this year consciously, life will plan it for you. And life does not plan gently for those who live unconsciously. Life plans through pressure, through consequences, through regret, through repetition. That is why I am calling you now, not later. Plan your 2026 now, not only with dreams, but with responsibility. Not only with goals, but with discipline. Not only with hope, but with daily structure. Because success is not a moment you reach, it is a way you live when no one is watching. You already know this. That is why these words are reaching you. My beloved, many people enter a new year emotionally. They feel motivated for a few weeks. They speak promises loudly. They imagine a better version of themselves and then return to the same habits once life applies pressure. You are not here for imagination. You are here for becoming. And becoming requires planning, not rigid planning, but intentional alignment with life itself. If you do not decide who you will be in 2026, circumstances will decide for you. Your environment will decide. Your distractions will decide. Your old habits will decide. And once they decide, you will spend the year reacting instead of leading. You did not come this far to live reactively. My beloved, planning your 2026 does not begin with lists. It begins with ownership. Ownership of your body. Ownership of your time. Ownership of your energy. Ownership of your choices. Life respects ownership. Life cooperates with responsibility. This year will not reward excuses disguised as self-care. It will reward self-mastery. Self-mastery is not punishment. It is freedom earned through consistency. Ask yourself honestly and do not rush the answer. Who will I become if I live exactly the same way I lived last year? If the answer unsettles you, that discomfort is guidance. My beloved, planning 2026 means deciding in advance what you will no longer negotiate. You will no longer negotiate sleep. You will no longer negotiate your health. You will no longer negotiate discipline. You will no longer negotiate your standards. Negotiation is how potential leaks away. Discipline is not harshness. Discipline is devotion to the future you respect. It is doing today what tomorrow will thank you for. This year is not asking you to be extreme. It is asking you to be consistent. Consistency beats motivation every time. My beloved, life plans harshly for those who refuse structure. Without structure, distractions multiply. Energy scatters. Time disappears. And at the end of the year, regret arrives quietly and asks, "What did you do with what you were given?" Do not wait for that question. Plan now. Plan how you will move your body not to punish it, but to strengthen it. A strong body creates a strong mind. A disciplined body teaches the nervous system stability. Fitness is not vanity. It is responsibility to the vessel you live in. Plan your health like your future depends on it, because it does. Plan your days. Not every hour, but your non-negotiables. Decide when you will work, when you will rest, when you will train, when you will learn, when you will be silent. Silence must be scheduled, or it will be stolen. My beloved, plan your discipline before you plan your desires. Desire without discipline creates frustration. Discipline without desire creates resentment. When they work together, transformation becomes natural. Ask yourself, what habits will I repeat even when I don't feel like it? Those habits will shape your year more than any goal. Life respects repetition. My beloved, 2026 will not be kind to procrastination. Delays will cost more this year because awareness has increased. You now know what you should be doing. That knowledge carries responsibility. Responsibility ignored becomes pressure. Do not wait for motivation. Motivation follows action. Begin with commitment. Commitment is a decision made once, not debated daily. Decide now. I will train even when tired. I will work even when distracted. I will rest without guilt. I will say no without explaining. This is how self-trust is built. My beloved, planning your year also means planning your identity. Identity is not what you say, it is what you repeatedly do. Decide now who you are becoming, not someday. Now, you do not need to be perfect. You need to be serious. Serious about growth. Serious about discipline. Serious about becoming someone your future self respects. Life responds differently to seriousness. When you live casually, life tests you casually with distractions and delays. When you live seriously, life tests you seriously with responsibility and opportunity. Choose your test. My beloved, this year will expose anyone who avoids structure. It will reward those who commit quietly. You will see people fall behind not because they lack talent, but because they lack discipline. Do not join them out of comfort. Comfort is expensive in the long run. Plan your finances with awareness. Plan your learning. Plan your skills. Do not drift. Drifting feels easy now and painful later. Intentional living feels demanding now and peaceful later. You choose the timeline of pain. My beloved, do not confuse surrender with passivity. You plan with life, not against it. You listen, you adjust, you respond. But you do not abdicate responsibility for your own becoming. Life will support you only after you show up. Plan your 2026 as if it matters because it does. This year will shape the next decade of your life. Not because of what happens, but because of who you become through disciplined choices. This is not pressure. This is invitation. Invitation to rise without drama, to train without excuses, to focus without apology, to build without announcing. You do not need to tell the world your plans. You need to live them. My beloved, once you accept responsibility for planning your year, the next step is structure. Not the kind that suffocates you, but the kind that frees you. Structure is what removes daily negotiation, and negotiation is what exhausts most people before the year even begins. You do not fail because you are weak. You fail because you decide too many times a day. Decide once, then build your days around that decision. If you want 2026 to be different, your days must look different. Not dramatically, consistently. Success is not created by rare heroic effort. It is created by ordinary days lived with discipline. Begin with your mornings. Mornings decide momentum. If you wake up and immediately consume noise, messages, comparison, and urgency, your nervous system never enters leadership. You start the day reacting instead of directing. Plan your mornings for command, not comfort. Wake up at a fixed time. Move your body before the world touches you. Breathe before you scroll. Decide your priorities before others assign them to you. This is not obsession. This is self-respect. My beloved, your body must be trained alongside your mind. Discipline in thought collapses without discipline in the body. A weak body negotiates. A trained body obeys calmly. Fitness is not optional for the life you want. It is foundational. Train even when motivation is absent. Especially then, motivation is unreliable. Discipline is loyal. You do not train to look a certain way. You train to become someone who does not quit. That identity will spill into every area of your life. Plan your nutrition simply. Complexity creates excuses. Eat to fuel strength, not emotion. Drink water like it matters because it does. Sleep like recovery is sacred because it is. Your future depends on a nervous system that can stay calm under pressure. My beloved, plan your work blocks intentionally. Do not work all day. Work deeply, then stop. Shallow effort all day creates exhaustion without progress. Decide when you will do your most important work and protect that time fiercely. Distraction is the tax paid by those who do not plan. Remove unnecessary apps. Silence non-essential notifications. Create space for focus. Focus is a muscle. Train it daily. Plan learning into your year. Skill beats motivation. Knowledge compounds quietly. Choose one or two areas to improve and commit to them relentlessly. Not casually, relentlessly. Casual effort produces casual results. My beloved, plan your rest as seriously as your work. Rest is not weakness, it is strategy. Burnout erases discipline. Sustainable intensity builds mastery. Decide when you will rest, disconnect, and be silent. Plan your relationships with honesty. Decide who you will invest energy in and where you will set boundaries. Not everyone deserves access to your future. Some people are attached to who you were. You are not obligated to stay there with them. My beloved, build non-negotiables for your year. These are behaviors you do regardless of mood. Training, reading, silence, sleep, planning weekly. Non-negotiables remove drama from progress. You will fail some days. Expect it. What matters is not perfection, it is return speed. Return the next day. Return without guilt. Guilt delays momentum. Responsibility restores it. Plan weekly reviews. Ask yourself honestly, what worked? What drained me? What must adjust? Adjustment is intelligence, not weakness. My beloved, discipline will feel heavy at first because you are replacing comfort with responsibility. But soon, responsibility becomes freedom. Freedom from chaos. Freedom from regret. Freedom from feeling behind. This is the turning point most people never reach because they quit when discipline feels uncomfortable. Instead of waiting until it feels natural, stay long enough for it to become natural. Your confidence will not come from affirmations. It will come from kept promises. Promises kept to yourself change how you stand, speak, and decide. When you trust yourself, life trusts you. Plan your year knowing this. There will be distractions, temptations, and moments of doubt. None of these are signs you are failing. They are signs you are being tested. Tests reveal seriousness. Do not announce your plans. Do not seek validation. Build quietly. Let results speak later. You are not planning to impress anyone. You are planning to become someone undeniable. Plan your 2026 so that when the year ends, you do not ask what happened to time. Instead, you say, I used it. Use your days. Use your energy. Use your awareness. Life will meet you at the level of responsibility you show. Plan now and let discipline turn intention into reality. My beloved, as structure settles into your days, something deeper must now be addressed: your inner resistance. This is where most plans collapse. Not because they were wrong, but because the mind begins to negotiate when effort becomes repetitive. Discipline fails when identity is not updated. If you still see yourself as someone who tries, you will always return to inconsistency. You must begin to see yourself as someone who does what is required, regardless of mood. Identity precedes behavior. Behavior confirms identity. Decide who you are becoming in 2026. Not emotionally, but practically. Someone who trains even when tired. Someone who works even when bored. Someone who rests without guilt. Someone who does not need external motivation to act. Once this identity is chosen, discipline becomes simpler. You stop asking, should I? Because the answer is already embedded in who you are. My beloved, resistance will show up subtly. It will sound reasonable. Tomorrow will be better. I deserve a break. Just this once won't matter. This is not logic. This is the old self-protecting comfort. Comfort does not want you to change. Comfort wants repetition. Growth requires discomfort, not extreme discomfort, but consistent, mild discomfort. Choose mild discomfort daily, or life will choose severe discomfort later. Plan your year knowing this. Motivation will disappear. Inspiration will fade. Excitement will fluctuate. These are not problems. They are normal. What matters is whether your systems hold when feelings don't. Systems beat emotions. Build systems that do not depend on willpower. Prepare your environment. Keep your gym clothes ready. Schedule your work blocks. Remove distractions before they become temptations. Make the right choice easier than the wrong one. This is intelligence applied to discipline. My beloved, understand that loneliness may appear when you become more disciplined, not because you are alone, but because you are no longer moving at the same pace as everyone else. Some connections are based on shared habits, not shared values. When habits change, distance appears. Do not panic. Do not regress to belong. Belonging to your future requires letting go of parts of the past. You may also feel impatience, the desire for fast results. Discipline teaches patience. Results lag behind effort. Always. If you quit before results appear, you reinforce doubt. If you stay, confidence forms quietly. Stay. Confidence is built in the phase where no one claps. Plan checkpoints for your year, not to judge yourself, but to measure honesty. Are you doing what you committed to? Are you adjusting intelligently? Are you resting before burnout? Are you protecting focus? Honest review prevents self-deception. My beloved, success in 2026 will not come from dramatic transformation. It will come from boring consistency, from doing the same right things when no one is watching, from choosing discipline on days that feel ordinary. Ordinary days decide extraordinary outcomes. Plan for setbacks. Expect them. Do not dramatize them. Missed days are not failure. Quitting is return quickly. Returning quickly is maturity. Each return strengthens self-respect. As months pass, you will notice something powerful. You trust yourself more. Your word means something to you. You stop doubting your ability to follow through. This inner trust changes how you speak, how you walk, how you decide. Life responds to self-trust. When opportunities appear, you will be ready, not because you are lucky, but because you are prepared. Preparation is invisible until it matters. Plan your 2026 like someone who understands time is sacred. Not scarce, sacred. Every day used intentionally compounds. Every day wasted disappears silently. You do not need to rush. You need to be consistent. Build quietly. Improve steadily. Protect discipline fiercely. Let results arrive naturally. By the end of this year, the greatest reward will not be what you achieved, it will be who you no longer are. The excuses you dropped, the habits you replaced, the strength you embodied. That is real success, my beloved. Life will not ask for permission before it becomes chaotic. Plans will break. Time will compress. Emotions will rise. Unexpected responsibilities will enter. This is not a flaw in your journey. This is the testing ground of discipline. Anyone can stay disciplined when life is smooth. Very few can stay disciplined when life is loud. This is where real strength is built. When chaos arrives, your first instinct will be to abandon structure and tell yourself you'll restart. Once things calm down, do not believe this voice. Life does not calm down first. You calm down first, and then life follows. Discipline is not something you pause until conditions improve. Discipline is what stabilizes conditions. The moment life becomes chaotic, your goal must change. You are no longer trying to progress fast. You are trying to stay intact. Intact in your habits. Intact in your identity. Intact in your self-respect. On chaotic days, do not aim for perfection. Aim for continuity. Continuity means you never let the day become empty of discipline. You may reduce intensity, but you never reduce intention. If you cannot train hard, train lightly. Work clearly. If you cannot control the whole day, control one deliberate action. Never allow a 0 day. 0 days are how chaos wins. One small aligned action is how discipline survives. My beloved, chaos tries to steal your mornings first. That is why mornings must be protected fiercely when life feels out of control. Even 10 minutes of intentional action in the morning restores authority over the day. Move your body. Breathe deeply. Decide one priority. These small acts tell your nervous system, I am still in charge. Chaos also tempts emotional decisions. You will feel reactive, impatient, overwhelmed. This is not the time to make big choices. Decisions made in emotional heat create long-term regret. Discipline here means restraint. Pause. Delay. Breathe. Let clarity return before you act. Restraint is not weakness. Restraint is leadership. When life becomes chaotic, simplify aggressively. Complexity is the enemy of discipline. Too many goals, too many commitments, too many explanations will exhaust you. Reduce your focus to essentials: body work, rest, integrity. Essentials keep you standing. My beloved, chaos often exposes weak boundaries. People will demand more. Situations will pull at you. Discipline means saying no without guilt. You are not obligated to meet every demand just because you are capable. Capacity without boundaries leads to burnout. Protect your energy like it matters, because it does. There will be days when you feel behind, when progress seems invisible. Do not measure success by results during chaos. Measure it by behavior. Did you show up? Did you return after slipping? Did you avoid quitting completely? Returning quickly is mastery. You are not disciplined because life is easy. Life becomes manageable because you are disciplined. Stay steady. Adjust intelligently. Continue without drama. This is how disciplined people rise, while others wait for calm that never comes. My beloved, the first protection against burnout is honest pacing. You do not need to operate at maximum intensity every day. Maximum intensity is a tool, not a lifestyle. When intensity becomes constant, the nervous system never recovers and clarity begins to fade. Discipline must breathe, or it turns against you. Learn to distinguish between productive effort and punishing effort. Productive effort leaves you tired but clear. Punishing effort leaves you drained and resentful. When resentment appears, it is a signal not to quit, but to adjust. Adjustment is intelligence. My beloved, burnout also comes from ignoring the body's signals. Fatigue, irritability, lack of focus, disrupted sleep, these are not flaws. They are communication. Discipline is not silence in response to signals. Discipline is responding early. Rest before collapse. Pause before resentment. Adjust before burnout. This is not weakness. This is mastery. Another cause of burnout is mental overload. You may be working physically, but your mind never rests. Overthinking, replaying conversations, worrying about outcomes, these drain energy faster than action. Learn to close mental loops. When a day ends, let it end. Tomorrow will handle itself better if today is completed cleanly. Create clear endings. My beloved, plan recovery the same way you plan effort. Recovery is not something you earn after exhaustion. It is something you schedule to prevent it. Sleep is non-negotiable. Silence is necessary. Stillness repairs what effort cannot. Let purpose refuel you. My beloved, beware of comparison. Comparison distorts pace. You begin to push harder, not because it is right, but because others appear ahead. This leads to exhaustion without fulfillment. Your path has its own rhythm. Honor it. Progress made at the wrong pace collapses later. Stay in your lane. Another burnout trigger is the inability to say no. Saying yes to everything feels productive, but it spreads energy thin. Discipline includes discernment. Choose fewer commitments and honor them deeply. Depth preserves energy. Scattering destroys it. Less, done well, goes farther. My beloved, remember that consistency does not mean rigidity. There will be seasons where you push and seasons where you stabilize. Both are necessary. Stability is not stagnation. It is integration. Integration is where strength becomes permanent. When burnout whispers, do not shame yourself. Shame accelerates collapse. Listen instead. Ask what needs adjusting. Discipline that listens lasts longer than discipline that punishes. Finally, understand this truth deeply. You do not need to suffer to succeed. Suffering may teach, but it is not required to continue growing. You have already learned enough through hardship. Now you are learning sustainability. Sustainable discipline builds a life you can live in. Not just survive, push with purpose. Rest with intention. Adjust without guilt. This is how you rise without breaking. My beloved, confidence is not something you wait to feel. It is something you build through evidence. Most people search for confidence in motivation, in words, in validation from others. That confidence collapses under pressure. The confidence that lasts is built quietly through repeated action, kept promises, and honest follow-through. If you want real confidence in 2026, stop asking, "How do I feel today?" Start asking, "What did I prove to myself today?" Proof builds belief. Every time you do what you said you would do, especially when no one is, watching confidence grows. It grows slowly at first, almost invisibly, but it compounds. One small kept promise becomes 2, to become 10, and one day you realize you no longer doubt your ability to act. That is confidence. My beloved, begin with small wins that cannot be negotiated. Do not design heroic goals. Design guaranteed actions. Actions so small they remove excuse, yet meaningful enough to reinforce identity. Train for 20 minutes instead of skipping entirely. Read 2 pages instead of none. Work focused for 1 block instead of drifting all day. Sleep on time, even if the day felt unproductive. These wins matter more than intensity. Confidence is built when your nervous system learns, "I can rely on myself." Once self-reliance forms, anxiety loosens its grip. Anxiety thrives in uncertainty. Certainty comes from consistency. My beloved, stop breaking promises to yourself casually. Every broken promise weakens self-trust. Every kept promise strengthens it. This does not mean perfection. It means returning quickly. If you miss a day, return the next day without guilt. If you slip, adjust without drama. If you fail, correct without identity collapse. Returning quickly is more powerful than never slipping. My beloved, confidence also grows when you finish things. Incomplete tasks create background doubt. They whisper that you do not follow through. Finish small things deliberately. Close loops. End days cleanly. Completion is confidence training. Self-respect is visible confidence. Confidence built on comparison collapses. Confidence built on integrity stands. My beloved, confidence deepens when you prepare. Preparation removes anxiety. Prepare your clothes. Prepare your meals. Prepare your work blocks. Prepared people feel calm because fewer decisions are required under pressure. As weeks pass, you will notice a shift. You stop asking for reassurance. You stop waiting to feel ready. You begin acting from identity rather than emotion. People notice this not because you announce it, but because your presence changes. You speak slower. You decide cleaner. You move with intention. This is earned confidence. My beloved, remember this truth and carry it forward. Confidence is not loud. Confidence is predictable. When you know you will show up, doubt loses power. Build evidence daily. Keep promises small and kept. Return quickly. Finish what you start. Confidence will meet you there. My beloved, now bring your awareness to the end of the year, not as a date on a calendar, but as a moment of recognition. Recognition of who you became when no one was watching. Recognition of the standards you kept when excuses were available. Recognition of the quiet strength you built day after day through choices that did not feel dramatic, but mattered deeply. Ending the year proud is not about perfection. It is about integrity over time. When 2026 closes, you will not remember every result. You will remember how you treated yourself under pressure. Whether you stayed disciplined when life was chaotic, whether you returned quickly after slipping, whether you honored your word even when motivation was gone, pride does not come from applause. It comes from alignment. My beloved, to end the year proud, you must learn how to finish cleanly. Do not drag unfinished intentions into the final months. Reduce noise. Close loops. Complete what matters. Release what no longer fits. Completion restores energy. Lingering drains it. Choose clarity over clutter. As the year progresses, resist the urge to add unnecessary goals. More goals do not mean more progress. Focus deepens results. Ask yourself often what actually moves my life forward right now. Then give that your best attention. Depth will outperform effort. My beloved, the final stretch of the year will test honesty. Fatigue may rise. Results may lag. Others may slow down. This is where quiet discipline separates you. Not through intensity, but through consistency with self-respect. Do not sprint to impress. Walk steadily to arrive whole. Ending the year proud also means making peace with imperfection. You will miss days. You will misjudge at times. These moments do not define the year. What defines the year is your response. Did you return? Did you adjust? Did you continue without self-punishment? Self-compassion is not softness. It is endurance. My beloved, honor the habits that carried you. Thank the discipline that felt heavy early and natural later. Acknowledge the excuses you dropped, the boundaries you held, the versions of yourself you outgrew. Growth deserves acknowledgement. As the year nears its end, simplify further. Sleep well, eat clean, move daily, reflect weekly, protect silence. These practices stabilize the nervous system and allow pride to settle without restlessness. Calm is earned. Transformation is now familiar. My beloved, remember this truth as the final imprint of this year. You did not win because everything went perfectly. You won because you stayed. You stayed disciplined when chaos tempted you to quit. You stayed consistent when no one noticed. You stayed kind to yourself when growth felt slow. That staying changed you. When 2026 ends, may you stand quietly and recognize yourself not as someone who tried, but as someone who became reliable, became disciplined, became proud without needing permission. This is how a year is completed. Well,
thanks for watching. Krishna says. Subscribe for more.